Angelique. Welcome to the Franchise Marketing Show.
Thank you for having me.
For anyone who doesn't know who you are, do you want to just explain who it is and what Body 20 does?
We are a fitness franchise, an international fitness franchise that was founded in South Africa about 10 years ago. We use Electro Muscle Stimulation technology to speed up the fat burning, muscle building and fitness process. Our classes are 20 minutes long, and that is the equivalent of about 4 to 5 hours in a conventional gym of weightlifting, and that is scientifically proven. It's especially appealing for people who are time poor or who don't like the gym.
Like me.
Yeah, like me, exactly. That's how I got into it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I've never stepped foot in a gym, and I was turning 40, and everything was not in the right place anymore.
I know that feeling.
And yeah, I've got 3 children, so like time to work out is just, even if I enjoyed it, I wouldn't really have the time.
Yeah.
So I went for a session, an EMS session, and within a month I had bought the franchise. I was hooked from the very first class. The change it's made in my life is unbelievable, and that's why I've enjoyed making a business out of it, because it's so nice to see the impacts health and fitness has on other people and how it changes their lives. So it's quite fulfilling.
Yeah.
And it's really, the company is not a big box gym, so our clients become almost like family, and you get, you know people personally, and so it's a great community to belong to actually as well.
Yeah.
I've got 2 studios in South Africa, which I've had for 8 years, and now I've got the master license in the UK. So we're starting to launch our franchise network here.
Okay.
Yeah, but internationally we're quite big already. So we've got more than 300 locations in the United States. We've got about 60 in South Africa. We're also in Australia, New Zealand, Belgium, Netherlands. We're in quite a few countries already. And now, so we've grown in the past 10 years quite rapidly, which is great. And now we're going to enter the UK's market. Yes. The future of fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's involved, like, in those 20 minutes?
Yes.
Say I was going to do it, and
Okay.
I like the idea of doing 20 minutes and not having to do an hour. What would be involved in that?
The classes are all structured around personal training that is customized to you and your goals. So it's very personalized. Our classes are a maximum of 4 people at a time. It's all appointment based, so there's no waiting. It's very convenient. We geared towards the busy professional or busy mum or busy parent who doesn't have time for the gym.
Yeah.
So it's very convenient. You don't need to bring a thing with you. You literally arrive. Your undergarment is given to you, and then we put you in our specialized EMS suits over your undergarment. And that suit has got electrodes over all your major muscle groups. So during your 20-minute class, you have a 4-second contraction of all your muscles all over your body, and a 4-second release. So during your 20-minute class, you've got your personal trainer with you at all times, and they customize your settings for you, and they will also take you through a series of exercises that is designed for your goals. Some people want to build muscles, other people want to lose body fat. Some people have problems with back pain. It's EMS was actually initially designed for rehabilitation.
Okay.
So we actually have got a lot of surgeons and physiotherapists that send their patients to us for muscular rehabilitation. It's got it's incredible what it actually does. Incontinence, we've got a lot of menopausal women as well. It helps incredibly with menopause and cortisol regulating, incontinence, back pain, core strength, energy levels. So
I love the sound of that. I mean, like, you know, I'm in perimenopause, like, so the idea of having that kind of, and I know that core strength training is quite important. Don't do it as often as I should.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like people say, oh, I can do 150 sit-ups, no problem. But they're not using their core. They're using their neck.
Yeah,
so
that's
they're
true,
actually
yeah.
causing themselves injury.
Yeah.
Whereas the beauty of this is that it activates your muscles, regardless of whether you want to or not. It's
Yeah.
activating, so you are getting a good core workout.
Yeah.
Whether whether you're even trying. You could literally just stand there without your personal trainer and you would get a great workout.
How can I get one?
Sorry?
How can I get one?
Yes, come in. And your first class is free.
Okay.
So that you can experience it and feel what it feels like. A lot of people think it's going to be sore. And it's like, no, completely not at all. In fact, you get quite like addicted to the feeling. Like your muscles start to like crave that like workout.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
really cool.
yeah, I must say I'm quite lazy. I only do 1 20-minute class a week, but you can do up to 3, depending on how quickly you want to reach your goals, depending on how much time you have to spare.
Yeah, and I guess it, like, you know, the fact that you said you're a personal trainer, but there's only 4 of you in the class maximum, that kind of takes away the pressure for a lot of, like, particularly women or guys that are just starting out, that pressure.
Yeah, that self-conscious, like,
Yeah.
that's why I don't like the gym, because I don't know what to do in a gym. So I like kind of like wander around, you know, like, and then I feel like everyone's looking at me if I use the equipment incorrectly or, you know. So that's why I stayed away from the gym. Until I hit 40 and I realized I had to actually do something about myself. Which I'm so glad I came across this. Obviously, it's been like life-changing. And I'm really passionate about it, actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Body 20 is such an amazing company. I've had 2 franchises in South Africa, so I'm the franchisee in South Africa for the past 8 years. And now I've got the other side of being the franchisor. So it's so nice to have the perspective of being the franchisee, because then you kind of know what's expected of you as the franchisor, or what your franchisees want and need from you as the franchisor.
And you've got that reassurance for prospective franchisees, because you've lived through running your own business. You know what it is it's going to take for them to like do well.
Exactly. Yeah. And obviously, I mean, it goes without saying that as a franchise business, if your franchise network partners are not succeeding and not successful, then you don't have a business. So it's important to know what they need to be successful, so that you can provide that support.
And in terms of the support that Body 20 offers, what is it that you can give to prospective franchisees when they sign up with you?
It's basically a business in a box. So beginning from the market research of the actual area, the location that the potential franchisee wants to open up in, we offer market research done by NGI. I don't know if you know Ian. From NGI. So yes, we've partnered up with them now to supply financial forecasts and also financing opportunities for our franchisees. They're going to be assisting with that, as well as the market research. So it's nice to get an impartial sort of professional take on the area you've chosen. We would then help with location, identifying a good location. Obviously, having quite a few studios around the world, we kind of have learned a couple of things along the way. You know, people want to work out where they live, not as much where they work. You know, just little things like that. So we would help with location. Obviously, the entire studio built and set up, we've got got load of experience with that. We've got pre-negotiated pricing and service level agreements with all our suppliers already set up. We use X-body equipments, so we use dry and wireless EMS technology, which is the latest technology. So we don't have to wet our clients anymore like you had to be in the past. It's also far more intense, so it's not an easy 20 minutes. In terms of training, obviously the training is quite in depth because you're running medical grade equipment. So you get master training from X-Body in order to be certified, and your trainers would also receive that same certification from X-Body in order to manage the equipment. Ongoing support, obviously, you get a customer relationship manager who will then be on call for whatever it is you need and whatever support you need. We've also had software designed and developed specifically for the brand through MindBody. So it's a whole CRM platform, and just makes running the business so much easier.
Yeah.
And it also allows your clients to manage their own schedules, book classes, cancel their own classes, manage their payment, debit order payments, also access. We have an in-house nutrition doctor for our clients.
Good.
So there's eating plans available. So clients can access their own personal eating plan off their app. And they can also access the in-body results. And an in-body device we also have in every single studio, and it gives a full body composition analysis. So that's how we manage to track our clients' progress, their
That's really
fat
good.
loss, their muscle gain. So it's like a very scientific approach. It's not just like, oh, how's your waistband feeling? Is it a little looser? It's like, no, this is exactly what's been happening in your body. So you either are doing the right thing, or we need to tweak something and change it up.
Yeah. It sounds really good, like the whole process and what you offer to a franchise. Just sounds like it's an easy process for someone that is like, it's different to opening a gym, but it's an easier process because it's appealing to people that might not necessarily want to go to a gym but still want to maintain and look after their bodies and that kind of thing, and you've got this whole system in place that makes it easier for them to achieve that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. The technology has been around for years and years and years, and there's absolutely no doubt that it works. And in terms of business in a box, we are a gym, but we're not like your traditional smelly gym. We're more like a boutique studio type of environment, very exclusive, very private, because there's only 4 people in our studio at any given time, a maximum of 4 people. Now I've forgotten where I was going with that.
It's okay.
So it's quite an exclusive situation, and also what makes it much easier and lowers the barrier to entry is that it's not a big box gym, so the costs are far lower in terms of startup costs. We only need between 900 and 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
Which significantly then lowers your build costs, your setup costs. It also, in terms of overheads, rental costs are substantially decreased, and also staff. You only need 1 trainer for 4 people. So if you're going to be managing the business yourself, you'll only need two trainers as well as yourself. If you prefer to just invest and not be an owner-operator, that's also very possible. Like I have with my studios in South Africa, I'm not there physically myself. I've got great managers in place, and then the 2 trainers. So you can also work it that way. So it's either just an investment option, or you can be an owner.
Yeah. What kind of person are you looking for? What would make a really good Body 20 franchisee?
A fitness background is obviously, or a passion for fitness is ideal, but as I said, I never came from that background, so I can't say that it's mandatory, but it is ideal. I mean, someone who's a personal trainer and wants to maybe own their own gym, it's a great option because it's much more affordable, and we can assist with finance applications. You definitely want someone who is outgoing, I would say, if they're going to be an owner-operator, because you're building relationships with clients. We deal with people, so it's very personalized service and tailor-made service. So you want someone who's not shy to chat to people, things like that. You've also got to be entrepreneurial in terms of running your own business and have the self-motivation. But once again, we've got all the guidelines, so you've also got to be able to follow the rules. obviously the reason you're buying a franchise is because you don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
So we've made all the mistakes in the past and we've learned from them, and we keep improving
Yeah.
the whole business model, which is the reason why you buy into a franchise, because it's a proven sort of working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And in terms of sense of community, how does that work for Body 20? Is there like you mentioned that there's an app for customers to use. Does that build that sense of community?
I think it's more the franchise owner in that location that would build the sense of community for themselves. It's not something we can do from a franchisor level. We do handle all the national marketing, obviously, and we've just gotten involved with Sky adverts now and things like that. So we do all that from a head office perspective, but in terms of your local community, that's where you need to get involved as a franchisee. We've got all the marketing tools available, like, for example, branded coffee sleeves. So we distribute that to all the coffee shops around the studios to sort of get visibility in your own community. Get involved in like park runs and marathons and things like that. So we get involved as much as we can in the local community. Charity events and things like that as well, so important. But that's up to the franchisee themselves to get involved. That's why you need
someone outgoing.
So just somebody who wants to get involved, somebody who's keen to learn, and also implement a working business model. You're given all the tools. The software we've also had developed from MindBody is not only great from a customer's perspective, but also from the franchisee or the owner's perspective, because it's all automated. So all the debit orders, it's all automated. There's no huge admin burden to a franchise owner. At the touch of a button, all the reporting is done. Things like that, it's just like so easy, which is because I don't enjoy admin, so I made sure that everything is touch of a button. I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours sitting at my desk. I'd prefer to be chatting to clients and
especially like because you said that you've got children, so like having the time when you're at home to be with them instead of doing all the admin work.
Exactly. So it's, the flexibility as a sort of a studio owner is amazing, because you can manage your own time, and it's a lifestyle business. So if you are into health and fitness, then it's ideal. Really ideal. Or if you're just like a lazy mom like me who doesn't like gymming, then it's also ideal. Then I can have my glass of wine in the evenings and feel fine about it. Not feel too guilty.
That's good. You've earned it.
It's all about balance, eh? It's all about balance. So don't people mustn't think that they have to be complete like health nuts and health freaks and whatever to get involved in the business. It's actually not about that at all. It's about balance and living a good life, really. And having flexibility and the freedom to do a bit of everything.
Angelique, it sounds really good. If someone was interested in finding out more about Body 20, how do they go about that?
We've got a website set up, so a lot of the information or introductory information is on the website. Otherwise, you can just fill out a form on the site, and that comes directly through to me, and I'll set up an introductory meeting, and we'll take it from there.
Excellent. What's your website?
It is body20 and the word body, the number 20, and .co.uk.
Excellent. Angelique, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Sorry I spoke so much.
No, it's fine. You didn't. It's interesting. When you're talking about how the machines work in line with the sessions that you're doing, so you're working out, but you're properly working those muscles.
Oh, yeah. You work muscles you didn't even know you had. You are stiff for days. I think I trained on Tuesday last, and I'm still feeling my glutes are still stiff. So and you never seem to be able to almost beat the technology. I'm still stiff every single time I train. 8 years later, so at least you know it's real.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.